All right, so let's start. First, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Tariq, and I'm gonna deliver the cybersecurity course for you. And just to remind you that this course is gonna be delivered twice a week, and it's gonna be for 4 weeks, starting from today till 28th of this month. So as you know, that's gonna be on Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 9. So let me first remind you that all the lectures are going to be recorded, so just be aware about that. So I'm going to start the recording now. Right. I'm going to ask each one of you just to turn off the camera, please. And also you can turn off your mic unless you want to ask something. So Dulpo, sorry, can you turn off your camera, please? So again, I'm just ask each one of you to turn off the camera, please. And the only screen that's going to be shown is the desktop, my screen. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So everyone, please turn off the camera.
Just can you text them, Tariq? Just text them and tell them to just turn it off.
Yeah.
Hi, Tariq. Good evening.
Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. Just gonna, okay, good. Right. So again, just to remind you that this lecture is being recorded and I'm going to share my screen now with you. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Good. Right. So all of you should have access to your online learning website or TU online. So I'm just going to copy the link and paste it on the chat so you can have access to this website. We're going to talk about it in a minute. So I'm just going to copy this link in order to access your TU online or the Blackboard. So we can have some discussion about it. When you click at this link, you should approach this page. And of course, it's going to be shortlist all of your modules. And you need to choose the ones that you are working on right now, which is the cybersecurity. So I'm just going to wait for a second until everyone else have the access to this site. If you've got any problem, please let me know. You can interrupt me at any time and let me know if you've got any problem. Do you have any problem? Yep.
Yeah, Tariq, I had an issue. Like, I'm actually enrolled for 2 modules, which is the data science and the AI.
Right.
I'm actually running the PC on Windows 7, and I haven't got the upgraded software. So basically, when I try to run any of the applications, it actually basically interrupt with saying that I cannot run the particular application on my PC.
Right.
So I had the problem with the AI, and then I had the touch with IT to get the apps anywhere, and even the apps anywhere taken in a remote PC at T side
Right.
actually doesn't allow with the Windows 7 too again. So what has happened is I have also seen that I need to apply some of the applications installed into the PC with the cybersecurity training. So I was wondering if I cannot get the application run up, can I get myself enrolled for the next session or in maybe the next module?
Online. So you might not need to use the apps anywhere anyway. So we're going to work online, and also you might just need to install some of the application which can be downloaded without the need to apps anywhere. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. I mean, using your laptop or your PCs with apps anywhere. So just forget about apps anywhere right now, and we will try to work without apps anywhere.
Right. See.
Okay. Can I ask if anyone has any problem to access the TU online website, please? Everyone can access this website. You should approach this page, which is the computer science cybersecurity. This is our module. Have you got any problem to access this one? If you can raise your hand, or you can just write down in the chat. No problem. Good. Right. So let me introduce you to this website. Right. first of all, you've got the course home, which is basically introduce you to all of your content. That content we means the weeks or the materials for your modules week by week, and also it's divided session by session. So for example, you've got the introduction, the ones that I'm going to talk about in a minute. Also, it contains some of other weeks, such as week 1, session 1. This is the one that we're going to talk about and we're going to deliver today, and along with the other sessions as well. You might not be able to see the whole sessions, which is fine, because some of the materials not being uploaded fully uploaded to the Blackboard, so it's fine. It's going to be shown to you next week, starting from next week. So don't worry if you don't see all the sessions in your Blackboard, but at least you should see week 1 sessions, which is session number 1 and session number 2, along with the introduction. All right. So this is basically, if you click at module introduction, for example, in the module introduction, you're going to find the module guide, which is talk about this module, what the material that's going to be covered, what's the aim and the objective of this module. So if you open this file, it's going to talk about a small introduction about this module. Also, it contains some of the objectives or learning outcomes and what you exactly be expected to get by the end of this modules, along with the other information that you need to have a look at. Also, it contains the assessment. We're going to talk about the assessment also today, and the criteria to marking your assessment. So you can have a look at the module guide at your time. Also, you've got an email address in case you've got any problem. You need to ask about any specific issues. You can send an email to inquiries at the school, or you can just phone them during the working time, normal working time. And if you need any support, you can call or email the student support officer at this email. So this is all about, also you've got some references in the academic or in the library, sorry, and you can also contact the librarians, academic librarians responsible for this module if you need to ask for a specific reference or a specific book or journals. You can phone them or you can email them at any time. So this is related to the module. In general, just a small introduction about the module. Now, if you can look at the left side, you're going to find the table of the content or table of contents, which is basically has been branched, or divided, so it can be easy for you to reach any of the materials at your left side easily. So for example, if you want to go to week 1, session 1, just click at that, and the same thing for the others. So basically it's being divided, so it's make it more comfortable for you to reach any of the materials at any week, right? So let's go to the content, or go back to the course home again, just to show you one more things there. We talked about the table of contents, and we need to talk also about the announcement. Usually you've got some announcement that I might publish to you or announce to you, such as, for example, some of the materials that needed to be delivered, or if there's any urgent issues. So basically, I'm going to announce that over there. I have created an announcement for the online session in case you cannot access the class or the module or the online class by using the normal way, by using the Outlook or the Teams. You can just click at the link over there and you can join me at any time. So this is very easy. Just click at the link over there, click to join the meeting in case you have lost the link for the meeting. Also, this is my email address in case you need to contact me. So my email address is over there, and if you need to talk about anything, just drop me an email and we can have some time to talk about your problem. The other link, we're going to talk about it later, so I'm just going to leave that later. We're going to talk about it today, so don't worry, but I'm going to leave it for later on. Any questions so far?
Tariq,
Yeah.
I tried to earlier have a look on the video link that is under the section 1 on the first week, but
Right.
my video doesn't play. It's a 3-hour video.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's for everyone or is it just for me?
Yeah, no, it's 3 hours. I'm going to talk about it also. Where is it? Yeah, if you go to week 1, session 1, this is one. Yeah, and in the session 1, your colleagues asked about the video. This video actually has been recorded before for the previous session, and if you click at that one, it's actually 3 hours, which is the same as our lecture today. So basically, you can just go back to this video later to watch if you have missed anything or if you need to check any of the issues with your installation. You can just go back and watch the video later. Also, I'm going to upload my own video. I might do that today or tomorrow. And this video going to be related to each one of the sessions. Is it?
Tariq, my video doesn't work. It doesn't have the play.
It's not well, right. Okay, I see. So
yes.
you might need just some permissions. All right. Well, what I'm going to do, I will try to solve the issue after we finish this class, just to add you to add some permissions to the video so you can be able to see the video. If you can't see the video, don't worry. You can still watch my video, the ones that I'm being recorded now. Right? So don't worry. So you might be able to see one of them at least by the end.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Let's talk about
a quick one, Tariq.
Yeah.
Just I have no access to that video link.
Don't worry, no worry.
Yeah,
there's a problem with the permissions. Yeah, I will add all of you.
I have no access on it.
No worry, no worry. I will add all of you to this video.
Okay, thank you.
By the end of this lecture, and also I'm gonna upload this lecture, the video for this lecture, by the end of this lecture, and basically you're gonna have a chance to look for both videos and decide which one is better for you. Now, let's talk about the assignment, guys. You might have different view, but because I've got more privileges, I've got different assignments, but basically you should be able to see one assessment. And if you click at this assessment, you might be able to download the assessment, which is Summer School Assessment Group B. I think if you click at that one, right, it shows you the course assessment specification. Now, the reason I need to talk about it, as our university, we usually introduce the specification or the assessment specification at week 4. But as we only have 4 weeks, and you should deliver the assessment by, let's say, 7th of August, I think, yeah, this is the deadline, 7th of August, we need to talk about the assessment right now. Of course, you can just go back at any time, or you can ask me at any time to explain any of the issues in the assessment. But in general, this is your assessment specification, and it shows exactly the deadline, which is the 7th of August at 4 o'clock in the evening. And the submission method should be through the TU online. Okay. You've got some notes, you can have a look at it, some guidelines, and also some of the objectives of this assessment. Please have a look at them. But what I need to talk about is the scenario. In the assessment, basically, you've got a company which is basically needs to protect its data, protect its devices, and you're gonna be let's say appointed as a penetration tester in order to check that everything is fine at the company. So basically this is just a scenario you can have a look at. And after the scenario, you've got the assessment requirements. What exactly you need to do, one by one. And the nice thing about our module that at each one of those requirements, actually they are covered in our modules. For example, the first week we're gonna cover the first two topics. In the second module, we're gonna cover the third topic. Okay, in the second week, sorry, we're gonna cover the second and the fourth topic, and so on. So basically, at each week, we're gonna cover one of those requirements. So it might be a good idea just to start working on your assessment directly at each week. So for example, first week, just collect all the information needed for this part, along with the screenshots if there is any screenshot needed. You might just need to take those screenshots and add it to your file, and then by the end of week 4, you're gonna find yourself finished 80% of your assessment. So basically, each one of those topics gonna be covered. Any question, guys?
Yeah. Sorry, I can't find the assessment for batch B. I can only see it for batch A.
Right. Can you reach the link over there? Can you reach the link? Can you see the link?
How?
Yeah.
Okay, click at the link. You should get a Word file. Is that right? Can you download the file?
But showing group A.
Don't worry. Can you download the file at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, open the file.
Okay.
Right. Can you read or can you just give me the assignment title, please? What's your assignment title? You should get the title at the first page. Targeted attack of the UK protection system. Have you got the same title?
Yes. Yeah, I got offensive remote section of a military system for cyber operational.
Right. Okay. In this case, I think they have added you to the wrong group. Don't worry. Just send an email. If you go back to course home.
Okay.
In the course home, if you go down there, hold a second. Okay, yeah. If you click at the introduction, in the introduction, you've got an email which is SCEDT inquiries. Can you see it? You need to send an email to them just saying that, can you add me to group B, please, instead of group A.
All right.
Right? Good.
Yeah.
All right, let me continue in the assessment. Any issues before I continue, guys?
How teacher? I cannot find the my module information on online TU online system. The
Right.
school admin is late. They send me message that they told me I will see the module information tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I can do that.
No worry about that. No worries. You can just go back to the videos later to watch the steps that we're talking about. So no worries about that today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other issues, guys? Okay, so let me continue. I'm gonna close that. Yeah. So as I said, in the assessment requirements, you've got some topics to be covered. And as I said, in each week, we're gonna cover 2 topics of them. So the best thing to do right now is just at each week to collect all the information about this topic, try to write some of the things that you have noticed during your work, and you might just take some screenshots of your work and add that to your file. In this case, by the end of this month, you're going to find yourself finished the assessment. So just be aware about the number of words. It doesn't have to be 2,000 words. Actually, I've never checked the words, the accounts or the number of words. So as long as you are covering all of those things, it doesn't have to be 2,000 words exactly. So no worries about the number of words. Right. So some of the guidelines also you need to have a look at, including the screenshots and also including some of the structures that you need to follow in order to build your assessment. You should also cover the following areas: system intelligence and common attacks, vulnerability analysis, and so on. So we're gonna go through them during our module. So no worries if you don't understand any of them, or if you've got any issues with any of those topics, don't worry, as we're going to cover each one of them one by one. But just to let you know about that, this is the marking criteria, how you can get your mark. For this course, actually, it is fail or pass, so basically there is no meaning for the marks. But again, it's just like a chance for you just to see how is everything going in the real courses in the university, where you get a mark for each one of your modules. So if you in our modules, whether you've got 70 or 80 or 90, you still pass. As long as your mark is above 50, which is fine, you still pass the modules. Otherwise, you have failed the modules. Okay. Any questions before we start?
Tariq, like during this module, this assessment, is it you have to do practical stuff? When you said screenshot, you have to run a software. And,
but it's not gonna be like, you know, like doing a heavy stuff or heavy works. I mean, it's just like a proof that you have done some specific jobs at that place or at that point, you know. So yeah, you need to have some screenshots of your work in order to you know, prove that you have done your job at this point.
Only reason I ask is like in case any of the application didn't work. So I was still wondering, can I still follow the course and get the submission done? Because I know the application will be only my software upgrade.
Right.
So even if it can continue, I'll be more than happy, because I'm anyway absorbing the knowledge. So that's what I was asking.
Yeah, no worries. Today I'm going to give you two ways in order to run your applications. I mean, you can use any of them. The first one going to be using the online server, the online university servers, right, which is going to be available by using any device. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to get a specific softwares or devices. You can work online. This is the first way. The second way, by using or creating your home lab. And also I'm going to show you how you're going to do that today.
Thank you, Tad.
Right. Any other question, guys? So let's start with the first session. If you go to course home, week 1, session 1. All right. Now, at week 1, session 1, lecture number 1, which is going to be like talking about cybersecurity in general, and give you some examples of some of the cyber attacks. So let me download this file. Okay. All right. If you're wondering about Louis is the module leader for this module. So that's why you can contact him if you need any issues, but I prefer to contact me first. If you've got any queries or any questions, try to contact me first to see if I can help you with that or not. Okay. So at one of our lectures, we're gonna have like a small introductions and a small PowerPoint slides talking about in general about the topic, and also we're going to introduce some of the terms that you might need to learn about first before going to the practical part. So each session gonna started with a PowerPoint slide, then we will move to the practical part when we finish this part. Okay, so for this part, in the beginning, it's just introduce you to this module, how many lectures we're gonna have, and what is the topic at each lecture. So for example, at lecture 1, we're gonna talk about only introduction and overview. For next session, which is gonna be on Thursday, we're gonna introduce ethical hacking to you. Lecture 3 and 4 gonna be exploring Linux and some of the hacker tools. And this part is gonna be divided into 2 parts. Lecture 5 is about password policies, data breaches, and cracking hashes. Lecture 6, tools of the hackers, troubleshooting at week 7, or lecture 7, sorry, and lecture 8 gonna be ICA questions and support. So this is the agenda for our module. As you can see, it's 8 lectures delivered in 4 weeks. So let's beginning with some questions. I think some of you might know about cybersecurity and hacking, but in general, let's ask ourselves, what do we know exactly about cybersecurity and hacking? And sometimes some people say that it's called ethical hacking. So what's the difference between hacking and ethical hacking? So legal hackers. And their job is to do some hacking with the permission of the owner. This is a very important, because you need to get the permissions from the owner of the network, the owner of the organization, or the owner of the company before start your hacking. Now, the reasons that you need to do this in order to check that if the system or the network at that provider or that owner can handle any real hack or real attack. So basically, it's kind of checking and testing that the network can, or in general, the organizations, the servers can handle any attack in a proper way, right? So that's why it's called ethical hacking. Sometimes it's called white hacking. Okay, so cybersecurity in the other side is managed by cyber experts or expertise whose main goal is to define the system or defend the system, to defend the system from any malicious activities. So cybersecurity is the state or process of protecting and recovering networks, devices, and programs from any type of cyber attacks. So I think you have heard about some of those topics. This is the first questions, which is the ethical hacking, cybersecurity. Sometimes you might heard about cyber attacks, which is basically, let's say, a malicious attack that try to, for example, destroy your network, steal some of your data, hack to your system and trying to get some of the information. So all of that considered as a cyber attack. And it's very dangerous for the organization employees and consumers. These attacks might be designed to access or destroy, as I said, sensitive data or get your money, just as simple. So the first thing you need to think about when it comes to the cybersecurity is the basic of the IT system and the network. So in order to be familiar with those attacks and in order to be familiar of how you're going to protect your networks, how you're going to protect your organization, you should be familiar with different types of network first. And what kind of protocols that those protocols or what kind of protocols that are working within this network. So once you are familiar with those fundamentals, you can defend your network, and of course you can discover any security breach at your network. A commonly used hacking definition, in general, hacking definition is the act of compromising the digital devices and network through the unauthorized access to an account or computer system. So hacking is not always a malicious act, but it is mostly common associated with illegal activity that someone can started at your data or at your company. So some of those questions, as I said, you might have information about it, such as I said, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, hacking in general, and so on. So what can hacker do? As I said, hacker can, for example, access to your network, can destroy your network, destroy your servers, can do some illegal activities for your data, stealing your money, destroying your sensitive data. All of those can be done by the hacker. Some of the softwares also, which is you might be heard about malware, which is comes from the word malicious software. So malicious software, which is like a harmful software, which is designed or programmed to harm your network, trying to access to your network in an illegal way, and also trying to steal your data or your sensitive data without your permissions. Now, you might heard about some of those malicious software, such as Stuxnet, which is a malicious computer worm, which is first uncovered in 2010. This is an example of a malicious software. And this malicious software, or Stuxnet, actually it's been developed since 2005, sorry. And this system is believed to be responsible for causing substantial damages to the Iranian nuclear program. You might heard about this accident where Iranian nuclear program was attacked by some of malicious software, and basically there is no country admitted responsibility about this attack, but the worm is believed to be basically built by American and Israel cyber weapon. So let's talk a little bit about this malicious software. And you can see in the diagram, this is the process of the Stuxnet. So Stuxnet, actually, how did this work? This is a cyber weapon actually designed to seek out one network by infecting millions. So when one network is affected, that means millions of networks can be affected as well. It was crafted to destroy uranium field, which is basically the heart of the Iranian nuclear program, setting them back to many years. So basically stopping all the works at the nuclear programs, and also a worm that execute all the routines related to the main payload of that attack. So basically, this is the three. The Stuxnet has like three modules: a worm that execute all the routines related to the main payload of the attack, a link file that automatically execute and propagate copies of the worm, and a rootkit component, which is responsible for hiding all the malicious files and processes, preventing detections of the presence of the Stuxnet. So this is the three stages of this malicious software, starting from executing all the routine related to the main payload of the attacks, starting from the main network, then distributed along all of the networks related or linked to this network, and then copies itself along the networks, execute any propagated copies, and also it contains some of the information or rootkit actually, which can be used to hiding all the malicious files and the process preventing detections of the presence of the Stuxnet. So what was the outcome of this attack or this malicious software? Unlike most of the malware, Stuxnet does little harm to the computers and networks that do not meet specific configuration requirements. So the attackers took great care to make sure that only their designated target were hit. So basically, it's not really designed to attack the network, the whole servers. Basically, the main goal for this stocknet is to stop the working at what's called centrifuges, or what's basically make the nuclear centers works. So it's not only about harming the whole networks, it's just stopping this piece of device from working and basically preventing any development for any nuclear weapon in the future. So as you can see, Stuxnet, one of the malicious software that was created by different organizations, different countries, in order to use it as a weapon, cybersecurity weapons, to prevent or to do some attacks to a specific organization or countries. So Stuxnet was a sophisticated cyber weapon designed to attack the Iranian nuclear program to prevent them from developing nuclear weapons. So this is one of the examples. We've got another examples for another attack, which is called Lulizek attack, or Lulizek attack. Lulizek attack, or sometimes it's difficult to spell the name of this attack, but in general, it's a black hat hacking group that claimed responsibility for several high-profile or profile attacks. So basically, it's like a hacking group hacked different organizations, different companies, such as Sony Pictures, such as some of the CIA websites, and also some of the other groups tried to hack to Nintendo, but I think they are failed to do that. But in general, they compromise of user accounts from Sony Pictures in 2011, costing about $171 million damage. Also, they taking the CIA website offline. This is one of the outcomes of this attack. And also they tried to hack into Nintendo, but both the group and the Nintendo itself report that there is no particularly valuable information was found by the hackers. So you can see that that was a massive attack. Generally, or the main target for that attack was some companies such as Sony Pictures, CIA websites, and other companies. Also, they obtained and published around 26,000 email addresses and passwords, and they have published that to them. Some of the record for 2 users who subscribed using their official email address associated with the Malaysian government. So you can see that it's really serious. Also, they took down 4 websites by request of fans. So it's like a game. What do you think? Do you know any companies or do you hate any companies, or do you recommend any companies to attack at? So basically, some of the fans recommended some of the website, and they managed to took down 4 of those websites, such as Titanic, Take Down Tuesday, and so on. Some of the other websites that affected by this attack, such as Minecraft, IT security companies for Find Fisher, and others. So basically, they managed to get around 62,000 emails and passwords to Mediafire. I think you heard about Mediafire, which is a very large company for hosting videos, movies, in general, uploading files. So basically, they managed to hack to 62,000 emails and passwords to that company. So some of the security professionals have commented that this group, Lulizek, has drawn attention to insecure system. So before this group, there was a little attention that was given to security in most of the companies, but after those attacks, companies start thinking about how we can protect our system, how we can protect our networks. So a lot of attentions were given after those attacks on how to protect our companies, our organization, networks, customers, also the staff from being attacked by any of those hacked groups. So you can see that, I mean, having such as a massive attacks by those hacked groups can, can get or can make damage with millions, sometimes billions. Also, you might lose some of the most important things beside monies, which is your reputation, which is the ones that if you lose it, I mean, it's really hard to get a good reputation after that. I mean, if you are one of the customer of a specific company and you know that your data or your, for example, financial details can be accessed by a hacked group for any reason, I'm really sure that you're not going to use this company or this organization anymore. So basically, by failing to protect your network, your customers, and your staff, basically you are losing your reputation, and this is one of the top massive damage that can be happen to you. So all of the groups, actually, those were being caught by the end by helping one of them. Actually, one of them got a deal from the CIA, I think, and he, I think, helped the CIA to caught the other members of that group. And you just really need to think about, or just remember that you will always get caught. So you should be ethical and stay out of prison, guys. All right, work hard as you can. Work hard, a white hat, and make a lot of money. So basically, just always think about not using any or trying to hack any organization or company without getting a permission in order to do any penetration testing or doing something called a white hack. Any question, guys? So that was just a small introduction about some of the examples of hacking malicious softwares. Do you have any question before we start our practical part for today?
Yeah, Tariq, when you said penetration test,
penetration testing.
When you said ethical hacking, obviously you'll have to be employed by a certain company or by under a legislator to get the permission to do that. But imagine if it's for you, can you actually test whether you get hacked by yourself? Can you? Do you need any permission for that, or can you have your own peripherals to look after yourself?
Right. Yeah. Thank you for your question. It's by developing your own network, you don't need any permissions, any other permissions to do any hack to your own devices or your servers. Now, what we're gonna do is building our home or our networks, own networks, and basically we're gonna use this network, your personal network, in order to try some of the testing or penetration testing at that network. So basically, this is belong to you. So basically, you're not gonna harm anyone else. So we're gonna show you today how you can build such a network.
Thank you, Tariq.
Any question, guys? Right. So let's start with the practical part, guys. So practical one. Now, download the file. Usually, I let you work by yourself on your task, but for today, I'm just going to start with you just to show you how you're going to build everything, as it's really important to build your network properly. So basically, I'm going to show you how you're going to do that step by step for today, but maybe in the next sessions, you might be need just to work at your practical tasks by yourself, but of course I will be with you all the time in order if you've got any questions or you cannot access or do or perform any of the tasks, I will be with you. But in general, you need just to think about the task. If you can have a time to read the task before coming to the lab, it's going to be help you to build and work with your tasks. All right, so task 1. We need to establish and understand the systems. So we need to build our network. As I said, we're going to have the VMware and online networks, which is supported by the university. And you don't have to install or download anything. Everything going to be online. This is the first one, or the first options. And the second option, we're going to show you how you're going to build your home network at your home PC or your own PC. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is the VMware or the online way. So to begin, we need to show you where you can access this page. So if you go back to your TU or online learning, if you go to the course home, guys, go down, you're going to find a link over there called VMware System. Can you see it? Click at that one, you're going to reach this page. If you have any problem, please let me know before I continue. Right, so you need to access this VMware first. In order to do that, you need to write down exactly the username as following, guys. Except this is my username, so basically you need to write down, and instead of this part, you need just to add your part, okay? So you need to write windows.ts.ac.uk/ then your part. Don't try this number. This is my number, okay, guys? This is my number. Don't try that. This is my user number. So please write down windows.ts.ac.uk, then your number and the password. If you've got any problem, please let me know. If you cannot access that, let me know, please.
Hello, please.
Yep.
Yeah, please, I've not been able to reach this point where you are now.
All right. Just go to your TU online.
Okay.
Now, from your course home, okay? Go down to the announcement. You're going to find a link for the VMware system. Can you see it?
The announcement. Okay.
Yeah, VMware. It's called VMware. VMware.
Okay. Okay, I've seen it.
Okay. When you reach this page, you need to write down the username windows.ts.ac.uk/ then your number. Don't try this number. This is my number, okay?
Okay. All right.
Right. So let me sign in. And you're going to reach this page. If you cannot...
Tariq.
Yep.
Tariq, sorry, Tariq. I'm still trying to get where you want this. Did you say announcement? I just logged off.
No worries.
All right.
Go to the announcement. Yeah, go down. You've got a link for VM RD. I think it's called RD VMware.
RD Web. Did you say RD Web Access?
Yes.
Right. I clicked on that. Right. Yeah, I've got the username password things to be added.
You need to write Windows, the T's.
Windows.
Yep.
T's dot.
T's.ac.uk. Let me try. Hey, yeah. Can you see it?
1 minute. Actually using dual. Yeah, right. Okay. So windows.ts.ac.uk.
/ then your number.
Student number?
Yep.
Sorry, just a little delay on this one because I'm using double Windows.
Don't worry. Let me know when you
Right.
manage to access the website.
Yeah, Tariq, I
Then
just
I
logged
put
in.
then I put my password, right?
Yes.
My password. Okay.
Yes.
I did log in, Tariq, but I sent you the screenshot. It's showing me the current folder and have no access to the RP. There's no server listed. Yeah, it's remote access, but have no any permission.
You're not.
I don't have access to just do the
Right.
RPD to the service.
Yeah. In this case, you need to send an email to the support team just to add you to that one.
Okay, can you just send me what was the email?
Just go back to your not to the announcement. Sorry, no, not that announcement. If you go to the content introduction, first one. Hold a
All right.
second. Yeah, module introduction. If you go to the module introduction, go down to inquiries, SCEDT inquiries. Also, you can send them an email to the support, SCEDT support.
And a screenshot of that one. I have no access to the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tariq,
Yep.
I actually put the domain username as windows.tees at tees.ac.uk/my stud number.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the password. It says you must enter a valid domain name.
You sure about the slash? The direct of the slash?
I cannot actually see your window clearly. Let me double check. Slash should be onto the.
The left side.
Right. I see. Yes. Right. This is strange in my keyboard. I don't have that particular. This is very strange. Do I get that?
Try beside number
Can
Z.
Can I copy paste from somewhere and bring it?
Okay, I will copy that to you. Hold a second.
Cheers. Sorry about this.
No, that's right. No worries. Okay, in the chat. Okay. Have you got it?
Please, what's the next thing to do?
Just hold a second. I'm just waiting for the others to be ready, you know.
All right.
Any more question, guys? Yeah. If it's empty, you need to contact the support team in order to add you to the remote application desktop. Okay. All right. What about the others? Do you have anything in your content?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still not getting it because I went down to. You said I should click on the announcement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that, and then it's not bringing out any domain name for me. I have show all announcements. Should I click on that?
Do you have this link?
Yeah, and then.
Did you click at this one?
Which link? Let me see.
This one.
Okay. All right.
Tariq, I think I don't even receive messages like any in the meeting chat box. I don't receive, even I can't send send in.
Just
but I can get everything else.
Just send me a message.
Perfect.
Send me a message. I will reply to you. Send me a message. I will reply to you.
I actually cannot do that as well. It says the chat box refreshing.
I see.
And that's it.
Hold a second.
Having trouble loading. Yeah.
How about that now? Can you see it? In general, in Teams, you should get this one.
Let me check the meeting chat box. Something. No.
If you go back to your if you go back to your Teams application.
Right.
Okay. Team application, and in the Teams, the general post,
yes.
you're gonna find it.
Yes. Yes, the general one, when whatever you send in general, I haven't got the latest stuff received. Even when I try to send the messages into the main general chat box, it said send it.
Right.
Can I get somewhere from the internet if I type in Word?
Yeah, you can just
It should
write.
be fine.
Just write down in Google / or \.
Go type like at Google. Hey, Tara, can you just send that one for me, the email,
Yes.
because I couldn't find the email. Can you send that email on a chat?
Yeah.
Group chat, please. I will just send an email. See how it goes.
A second.
Thank you.
Okay.
Almost there. Yes, I've got in Tarek. Thanks.
Good. Right.
But
Okay.
this thing says remote app desktop and current folders. Nothing I can see if I'm right.
Nothing inside.
No, it's just say current folder / that's it.
Okay.
It's
As I
empty.
said, in this case, you need also to contact the team, the support team, in order to add you to this one.
Okay, cheers.
Right. Guys, if you manage to reach this page and you've got those items inside your current folder, okay, so we're going to work with the first 2 items, only the 2 items over there. Run this file, connect. Can ask you about your password. You can turn off your cameras, guys, please. And your voice, your mic, please. Right, so you should reach this page. Has anyone managed to reach this page? If you manage to reach this page, can you raise?
Tariq, what I'll do is I will get this thing fixed and do it on my own time.
Yeah.
Once the recording.
Yeah. You might just be need to check the second part of this lecture, which is building your private or your home lab. So we're gonna do that as well. So in case you cannot access the VMware, you can work at your home lab.
Okay. Cheers.
Hi. Guys, can you reach this page? Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me. When I try to, I click on manage and it downloaded something, but I can't open what it downloaded.
It's the file will allow you to connect to the public IP, to the VMware. So you need to run this file. Just click at that file. Have you reached this page, guys? Just let me know, please.
No, Tarek, it's still I have no access. Like I did tell you I have no access. Just I log in to RDP, but there's only empty folder.
Empty
there's
folder.
nothing is there.
All right.
Yeah.
What about others, guys? Anyone has managed? Anyone success to reach this page?
It's still I'm waiting to send me that email on the chat.
I sent it. I already sent it. Hold a second. I'm just gonna send it again, but this time on the chat box.
Yeah, if it's in the chat box, like we can see it on the chat. Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Just give you thumb up.
What about the others, guys? Anyone managed? Anyone succeed to reach this page?
Tarek, when you drop the email, what should I say? That I couldn't see any of the application icons
Yeah,
on my VM?
just have a screenshot of that and just send it and say that I've got no access to any of the folders, any of the items in the folder. Right. All of those steps are mentioned over there in the practical one. You need to click at manage. And basically you're gonna get this page. And from this page, we're gonna build our networks. Now, you need to click at deploy. Okay, and from there we're gonna build two systems or two servers. Okay, now the first one should be, if you go back to the file over there, okay, system number one should be Kali Linux, and system number two, we check. So the first one is Kali Linux, second one, okay, hold a second. Okay, right, so go back there. Now, if you look at from deploy, of course, in the source template, if you click at that one, you're gonna find different type of operating systems. Now, the ones that we need to build is called Kali Linux. Kali Linux. Now, the ones that we gonna choose is this one. Okay, Kali Linux 2019. Or we can go with the 2021. I think this is one is better. So we're gonna choose the second one, Kali Linux 2021. Okay. Now the VMware, you can give it any name you want. So I'm gonna call it Kali Summer. Or you can give it any name. Or you can just stick with the names that you've got in the Word file. Let me see. I think they give us some names to use. Hold a second. No, those for usernames and passwords. But the machines, you can give a machine any one you want. You can call the target machines, host machines, or one. So this is our host machine. As I said, it should be Kali Linux 2021. Give it a name without a space, please. Don't leave a space. You can use underscore, you can use one word, but don't leave a space. Now, for the tutor, you need to choose my name. Okay. You need to choose my name, Tarek. The second one, Alwadan Tarek. Then create. It's going to take just a second to create that one.
So basically, Tarek, this is we are creating another kind of a PC.
Yeah. As we need two PCs or two operating systems. One The one is going to be our host machine, and we're going to start the target, or we're going to attack the other machine by using this machine. Okay, so we're going to have two machines, one for the host and one for the target. Right. So completed. This is has been done. Now we need to go back again to deploy. From there, you need to have the target machine or the victim machine. Okay. In this case, we're gonna choose something called Metasploitable 2, which is another distribution of Linux, but this is gonna be our target machine. Okay. You can give it a name such as target machines or whatever you want to give a name for that. And again, your tutor should be my name. All of those are mentioned here in the practical session. Kali Linux and our target machines. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're going to run both of them right now. So I'm going to create now the second one.
Tariq, when you set the server, when you select the Linux and thing, that is actually a server, or is that the operating system?
Well, it's like a PC. It's a virtual PC or virtual machine. Basically, you're creating a virtual machine, including everything inside. And those two machines going to be connected to you by default. So basically, there is no need to create a network or to give an IP. They're going to be connected directly.
Right. So these Linux and stuff are like different softwares, or?
Yeah.
So okay.
Right. It says it's both of them are Linux. You know, both of them are Linux, but different distribution.
Okay.
Right.
I understand.
Like saying, right, okay, I've got Windows 7 and Windows 10, right? Both of them Windows.
But we have different set of servers individually for those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the reason why we need to use Kali Linux, we've got a lot of distribution for Linux. We've got Red Hat, we've got Ubuntu, we've got Kali, we've got a lot of them. So if you just write down in Google, oops, I have got no internet. Second. You've got, for example, Ubuntu Linux, which is another distribution. We've got Kali and a lot of them. So basically, each one of them has its own features, right? But for example, the Kali Linux has a lot of tools that can be used for hacking or ethical hacking. That's why we need to use Kali Linux in our module.
So this is like a platform we use to function our process.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Right. So let's say Linux, what's can types or distribution. As you can see, all of them are Linux, right? But each one of them it has own feature. Now, why we've got a lot of distribution for Linux? Linux is a free platform or a free software platform. So that means that everyone can create or use and create his or her own software, okay, or system. You can create that by yourself and just give it a name by your name, for example. So I can create a distribution and call it Tariq Linux, okay, because basically it's not copyrighted. You can use any of the codes there and you can create your own operating system, okay. Right, so we managed to create the second virtual machine. We have created two virtual machines, the Kali one and the targeted one. How we can look at both of them now? In order to reach both of them, now we need to create or click Add Portal. As I said, we need to use only 2 items here, the Manage one to create the virtual machines and the portal to reach them. So if you click at the portal, connect, you need to use your university ID along with the password and login. Now
these are basically different softwares that we can also install to our PC and
it's not a
use them.
software, it's a virtual machines.
What I was thinking of the portal and the other one.
No, they are online. They are online. Nothing to download or install at your machines. Everything is online.
Okay, right.
Right. So if you look, you need to look for your virtual machines. Now, data center, cluster. Now you've got all of your machines. Now this is the ones that I created earlier. Do you remember Kali Samar? Do you remember, guys? And this is the target one. Those the machines that I've created. So one of them is going to be the host, and the other one is what? The target. So let's start the first one. How are we going to start the first one? All you have to do, just click at power on. And you can launch the screen by using the web console like that. Or you can just click at launch remote console, open. It's going to open like a new window that you can use. Okay, so this is the first machine called Kali Linux. Now, the username and the password for that machine over there. Here we go. This is the target, this is the host. Root and the password is tour. Okay, so if you try that, root and the password is tour and TOR. Oops, not that one, sorry. Let's try that. That's strange. Let's try the second one, okay? This is the target one, power on. This is going to be the target machine. Right, this is the login. MS. MS. Okay. F admin. And the password is F admin as well. Okay, I managed to log into the second one. So you can see that now I am in the second machine. So the password for the target machine is fine. Everything is fine. You can see that I can work on that machine. So this is one, the first one is fine, but the second machine, not able to access the second machine, which is strange. Now, the password for that one, it should be root. Sorry, the username is root and the password is tour. Root tour. it's not working. That's strange. Okay, I will get back about that just to check what exactly the password for it. But it should work fine.
Can you try roots?
Try that. Root,
Try that.
root. I've tried that. This is the manual for that, so it should be working fine. It works fine with the previous group, so I don't know, maybe one of the admins has changed the password for it. Okay. Let me just close that. So again, just to show you how you're gonna work with those two machines, the ones that we created earlier, we need to use the management, my VM management, go to deploy, and from deploy, you're gonna create both machines from there. Okay, so it might be the first one, that's why it's not working, 2019. Let's create the second, the 2019 instead. So I'm gonna use Kali and create. Okay. Earlier I created 2021, so it might be that's why it's not working with the correct password. So this one I've created. Just let me try the password again. Otherwise, I'm gonna use root tour. No. Okay, I'm just gonna turn off this machine. Shut down. Okay, this one is being just waiting to create the second one.
Tariq,
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused with the actual, when you say online, you actually can go to these creations, web pages online, like vSphere client or anything?
Yeah, you can reach them at any website or any device. There is no need to use a specific device or specifically you can go to the university, for example, use any of the devices there to reach those machines.
Right. So only reason we use the university site is because of the VMware?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna just do some refresh over here just to see. Refresh.
On the top near your user, there's a sign for refresh.
Oh, over there.
You got the username, and there should be that arrow that should refresh. Yeah.
Cancel actions, deploy, port storage. Okay, let me try. Just reload it. Looking for Kali Summer 2. This is the ones that we look for. Power on. Okay, let's try that. Root. And the password is tour. Yeah, it's work. So basically you should, I apologize for that. I have chosen not the correct one. I'm just going to show you exactly which one you need to choose. I'm just going to delete. Okay, just going to delete the old one. Okay, so the machines that you need to choose is called Kali Linux 2019.3 VB box and so on. Okay, so this is the one that you need to choose, not 2021. Okay, so this is Kali Linux 2019. This is the one that you need to create. So you should finish or get 2 machines by the end. Kali Summer and the target machine. Now, let me just show you the 2 machines together. So this is the targeted machine, and this is the Kali machines. Now, you don't need to configure or make any configuration for the networks. You should be able to ping both of them together. I think you know what you mean by ping. Ping means that check the connectivity between both of them. Now, before doing the ping, you need to know the IP address for each one of them. In order to do that, you can just write down ipconfig or ifconfig. If you click at if you write down ifconfig, you will get your IP address. So can you see my IP address? It's 10.074.19. Can you see it, guys? In the target machine. The second line. In the second line, you get your IP address, which is 10.074.19. Now, let's check the IP address in the host machine or Linux machine. You need to open the terminal, ifconfig. Now, the IP address for this one is 10.074.20. So this is 19 and this is 20. Now, if I want to check the connectivity between both machines, all I need to do is just write down ping, the IP address of the second machine, which is 10.0.74.19. And you can see that I've got a reply indicating that that there is a connection between them. Of course, you can do the same thing over there. Ping 10.0.74.20, and also you get a reply. Okay. You can stop the ping by clicking or pressing at Ctrl+C. And the same thing in the other machine, Ctrl+C, and you're gonna stop the ping from working. So both machines now are connected. One of them is called the home machine, which is the Kali Linux machine. This is the one. This is the one that we're gonna start working on there. And the second one, which is the targeted machine, where we're gonna do the penetration testing on it. Any questions, guys?
Sorry, when you said the ping connectivity, like the target machine,
yeah,
obviously we can, now for that we need to find the IP address. For that we need to get the server contact to find the IP address?
No. If you just write down ifconfig, it's going to return your IP address directly. So if ifconfig, just write down ifconfig, and basically it's going to give you the IP address for your machine.
Right. So basically we got to know the IP address, and then we check from the host whether we get connect to that particular PC.
Yeah. Well, normally when you create your machines, there's no need to check that, because when you create your virtual machines by using the VMware, by default it's going to be connected at the same network.
Anytime. Yeah. Sure.
Any question, guys? Is it easy to create virtual machines? No worries.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. Sorry, that's
Good.
okay.
Right,
Been
so
created, yeah.
no worries. You can look at the videos later to watch the steps. Okay. Also, the steps are mentioned at task 1 over there, along with the usernames and passwords needed. Okay, this is show you how exactly you're going to create the machines. Now, when you finish, you need just to look at some of the next things, which is task 2, for example, reading about the scope. What do you mean by scope? It's only about definitions, some of the definitions needed, and it's really needed for your profile or your assessment, guys. So just look, for example, for scope. What do you mean by scope? There is an article defining the scope, and also you can look in Google, what do you mean by scope in ethical hacking and cybersecurity. Some of the information you need to deliver in your assessment, these are the questions you need to deliver. Those deliverables, answering the question about the scope, they are very easy. Okay, social engineering, what do you mean by phishing attack? Just read that. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give you some links for YouTube about social engineering and scope. It's really easy. You can just watch him and you can answer those questions. Okay. For task 3, you can just go through them. It shows you exactly what you need to do. This is within Kali Linux, what you need to click at, and so on. So the main important things, the main important part of this session is to install your environment, to prepare your machines, to create the 2 machines. This is the most important things right now. Okay. You should be able to create the 2 machines now, the host machine, the Kali Linux machine, and the targeted one. And I'm gonna just leave them. Okay. Any questions so far?
Tariq, are you gonna continue with the assessment with the rest so that anybody who cannot create the interface can see it?
Now the second part, which is if you cannot access the VMware right now, now it's part, or it's the time for the second part, guys. Session 1, it's called, where is it? Creating the testing lab at home. Can you see it, guys? Still at lecture 1 and at week 1, session 1. It's called Creating the Testing Lab at Home. If you cannot see it over there, just go back to the content, sorry. Now at week 1, session 1, over there, you're gonna see creating a testing or the testing lab at home. Can you see it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Good. All right, I'm gonna download that. Yeah, download. Right, so it's very easy to create the same machines, but this time at your home PC instead of using the VMware. So we need to download the 3 element or 3 software, the VirtualBox or VirtualBox. This is the link to download that. I'm just going to show you what you need to download exactly. Copy. Download. This is a VirtualBox. This is our host environment. Now you need to download the ones for Windows. If you click at Windows, keep, and that's it. Just run and set up this software. This is the first item you need to download and set up or install. The second one, which is Kali Linux, this one. This is the Kali Linux. Now I'm gonna copy the link. All right, you're gonna get this page. From this page, go down to something called Live Boot. Click at Live Boot. From there, you need to choose Kali 2020.2. You need to click at this over there. Click at that one. Now you're gonna get the ISO image for Kali Linux. It should finish with ISO. It's about 3.5 gigabyte. Okay, it's gonna take a while. So I already downloaded it. I'm just gonna show you how you're gonna install it in a minute. Okay, and the third item. So we have the VirtualBox. We have the Kali Linux. As I said, in the Kali, when you reach the Kali Linux, look for something called Live Boot. In the Live Boot, you need to download Kali 220. This is the host one. Okay. Now the third software, which is the metabolitable or the targeted machine. Copy that. Paste. Your download will start shortly. This is the one. Okay, this is the one that you're gonna use. And also it's about 825 mega. Gonna cancel that. I already downloaded that. Is it clear? I will show you how to download that. Okay, but is it clear so far?
Yes, yes.
Right. So the virtual machine, you need to install this first, guys. The virtual machine, the host machine. Also, you need to use or install Kali, the host machine, and metabolitable machine. Okay. Now, when you download all of them, now it's time to work and install those three machines. Prepare those machines. Now, I'm gonna show you how you can do that. Just a second. I'm just gonna use other machine, guys. So I'm just gonna move to my other machine. Just hold a second.
Tariq, I tried this thing before I come to the session. This is where I had the issues on. It says there is a problem with the Windows install package. DLL required for this installation complete could not be run because of that. So only way that I can continue is I should get the support from the T-site team to get the access into that.
I'm sorry, the sound was muted. Sorry, I could not hear anything. So can you repeat what you say?
Yeah, what I mean is when I'm trying to install these three softwares,
yeah,
that's where the problem arises. It doesn't allow me because of the differences in the Windows.
See.
So only way I can do is I can send an email and get the guys to get the VM activate into my, put the folders into mine.
Right. Do you have any access? Do you have any access to the university PCs? Can you access the university?
No, Tariq. Actually, I'm from overseas. I'm from Sri Lanka.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry for that. Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I will send an email, try to get the previous one active, the way that we did it, and hopefully if that works, I'll continue with it.
Right.
But at the same time, I'll be in the session and absorb.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna mute my mic now because I need to move to my other machine. As this machine, I don't have any permission at this machine to install the VirtualBox and other softwares, so I need to move to other machines. So just hold a second. Hello, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm using my other machine now. Right. So let me share my desktop. Okay, so after we have now downloaded the VirtualBox, you need to set up your VirtualBox. This is the VirtualBox, the first software. Okay, so you should end up with this page. This is for VM VirtualBox Manager. Right? Any question? Now, we need to install Kali Linux first. How are we going to do that? We need to click Add New. Again, this is for your home labs or home machines. Now, for the name, you can give it any name you want. So I'm going to call it Kali Summer Machine. You can just leave it as it is. By default, it's decided that the type of the machine is Linux, right? If you change the name, for example, for Windows 10, for example, you need to change the type of machine to Windows, okay? So depending on your machine, the type of your machine, you need to change the type over there. So I'm gonna install Kali, give a name as Summer, and the type is Linux. Now you can allocate a memory, a specific amount of memory for this machine. You can keep it as in default. Keep everything as they are and create. How many gigab you want for the hard disk? I'm going to keep it as a default, 8 gigabyte. Now you can see that now I created Kali's, which is the Kali machine, but so far it's still empty, guys. Yeah. So if you click at start, Kali Summer, if you click at start, okay, start. So the machine has started, but nothing inside. Okay, so opposite to the VMware, in the VMware we have installed Kali for you and we have initialized everything for you. There is no need to do anything. You can just directly start with your tasks, ping your machines, working with the tools. But with VirtualBox and your home machine, you need to install everything. Okay, so you can see that there is no system at this device. It's like buying a PC, an empty PC, without having anything inside. Okay, there is no software, no operating system inside. So now we need to install that. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to just close that, power off the machine. Now the machine is powered off. Now, do you remember we said that we need to install, along with the VirtualBox, we need to install Kali Linux image and the other image, which is the metasploitable machine, the targeted machine, right? So why do we need that? I already downloaded them. Downloads. Yeah. There we go. So this is the Kali Linux machine. Okay. So this is like an image. You can use it on a DVD or USB. So I'm going to use it directly with a VirtualBox. How are we going to do that? You need to go to your storage. In the storage, click at optical drive. Click at that one. Choose or create a disk image. Or you can just go with the second part. Actually, choose a disk file. Choose a disk file. And from there, you need to choose from download the image, the ones that you downloaded from Kali. Okay. Click at that one. Open. Now you've got the image. Now you can start your machine. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear what we are doing? It's like installing a new operating system at your machine. If you've got any problem if you have any issues, please let me know. So what you need to do is now you need to use your keyboard as the mouse is not working. So I'm going to use start installer. Okay. And then you can follow all the instructions about how to install Kali Linux. Now you can use the mouse. Continue. United Kingdom. Continue. English. As I said, for today, the most important things is to run your machines, make it ready for the next sessions. If you cannot access the VMware, you need to download or install, set up your own home machine. In order to do that, you need the VirtualBox, Kali Linux image, and metasploitable image for the targeted machine. Right, you can give it a name Kali. Just gonna give a name Summer. Continue. Is invalid. Okay, just go back. Just gonna leave it as Kali. Domain name, just leave it. Now it's up to you to choose the username and password. Now in the VMware, the username is root and the password is tour. Okay, that's been configured to you. But with your home machine, it's up to you to choose the name and the password. So you can choose or change anything you want. So I'm gonna write down root as a username. Keep it as a root. This is reserved, so you might need to create, set up a username and password again with different names. So I'm going to call it maybe Tarek as a username. Oops, back, sorry. It should be Tarek. Password. I'm gonna leave it or make it easy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. You can choose whether you want to divide your hard disk or use the whole or the entire disk. So I'm going to use the entire disk. Continue. All files in one partition, yes. Finish partitioning, write change to disk, yes, continue. Write the change to the disk, change that to yes, continue. Do you have any question, guys, while it's installing Kali Linux?
Tarek,
Yeah.
when these the practicals,
Mm-hmm.
do we have to write our answers by ourselves and keep it with us, or do we have to send it to you?
No, you can keep it. You can keep them with you. I mean, just try to have them in one file, and by the end of the month, you're gonna find all of your questions being answered and gathered in one file.
Yes. So that will actually prepare us for the main assessment.
Yeah.
Step by step. Right.
Yep.
Sure. Okay.
It's very slow. But I think it's clear now what you need to do, you know? It's very easy. Installing the VirtualBox, downloading the images for your Kali Linux and for the Metasploitable virtual machine operating system, and then you need to connect both of them together. Takes more time with the home machine, but by the end it's your machine, so it's going to be your own machine. No one you have a control over them. While within the VMware, you're going to be accessing that by using the university ID, and you need to have, and also by the end of the module you might, you know, losing your account. So basically if you've got any works on those machines, it's going to be lose. So but if you've got your own machine at home or at your home machine, that means all of the machine, everything is there. Everything is there for you. If you manage to do the VMware, you don't have to, wait for the home machine to be installed. You can just work with your tasks, the same tasks in practical one. So please just go ahead and start working with your practical task number 2 and task number 3. Okay, just go through them. You need to read about scope, about phishing. Just read about them. Try to answer some of those questions. If you've got any problem, please let me know. I think there is a problem. I think there's a problem here. An installation step failed. You can try to run the failing item again. Continue. Maybe okay, continue. It might be faster at your machine. Right, it's not working with me, but it should be working fine with you. Right, so just show you that. Just gonna close it. I already have another Kali machine. Okay, this is the one that I've got. If you've got any problem like me, you might just try another image from different source. Just write down on Google Kali Linux ISO image, like that. If you go to Google, just write down Kali. Come on, yeah, Kali ISO download. Okay, this is the official one from their website, the ones that we just downloaded, but also you can have Kali Linux from different sources. Let's see, Kali Linux download from different websites. You can try them. Let's see this one. as I said, it's a free distribution. So basically, you can download it without any problem related to the copyright or any of that. So here's the link for the download. Direct download to Kali Linux DVD ISO image. Okay, so Kali Linux 64 installer, direct. You can download it directly from there. If you've got any problem with the ones from their websites, anytime you can just download it from different source. I'm sure you're gonna manage to download Kali Linux by the end. Now, for the other machine, let's create the other machine. Click New. Now, for the other machine, which is called Metasploitable, META. Okay, and the type is Linux. For the version, you can make it as any of them, but so I'm gonna just make it Debian. Now for the next part, which is the most important part, don't click create as in the Kali one. You need to use an existing virtual hard disk. Now the reason why we need to do that, as when we downloaded the Metasploitable version, I'm just gonna extract that from their website. It's being downloaded as a zip file, and it contains multiple files. It's not like the ISO image with Kali. Okay, it's a little bit different over here with okay, so you need just to be aware about how to download and set up this distribution on the VirtualBox. I'm just waiting for the zip file to be extracted, then I'm going to show you what you need to do. That was like 825 mega. So after extracted it, you should get multiple files inside. Okay, so now it's done. Right, let's go back again to the virtual machine. Now in the virtual machine, we said we need to choose the third option, which is use an existing virtual hard disk file. Click add the browse, click add, and from there in the download, you need to choose this file, choose, and then create. Okay, now it's been created. Just start the machine and it's going to be downloaded and installed for you. So this is the way how you're going to work with the Metasploitable one. Much easier than the Kali one. Okay, so everything is going to be installed for you. Any question, guys?
That's okay, thank you.
Good. Right. So please go ahead and start working with your machines, either to work with the VMware if you have access to them, or you can download and work with your home machines or home labs. Just create that, and if you've got any questions, you can just write down in the chat box. Please just leave it at the chat box, and I'm gonna have a look at it to try to answer your questions, or if you've got any problem related to that. Thank you.
Yeah, Stella, I did send the email to them to just give me access to that VMware. So when I get access to VMware, I will do that one.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, working with the VMware, it's much easier, you know.
Yeah, it's much easier. It's give you a lot of resource from your home machine to that one to create it, so you can do online RDP and just crack on with that
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
It's quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just send them email. Hopefully they will sort it out.
Thank you. Let me know by tomorrow evening or
Yeah.
Thursday morning before the lecture.
Okay. Okay.
If you haven't got any answer from them, just let me know by Thursday morning, and everyone else as well, please.
Okay.
If you have any problem, guys, accessing your VMware, please let me know by Thursday morning. You can see now that the machine is working and running fine. Everything is working for me. Now we have created the two machines, the Kali one and the Metasploitable one. Everything is working fine. You can see that it's really easy to set up your home lab by yourself. And of course, you can do all the tasks, all the missions, the same missions within the VMware, the same one you can do it with your home lab machines. Is it easy, guys, to use that or to create your home machines?
Tariq, I've actually sent an email as well for the technical team. I copied you as well, so in the communication. So hopefully they'll come. Cheers.
Right. Thank you.
I think VMware is much easier to work with it, and it's a very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Just remember, when you create your Metasploitable machine at your home machine, the username and the password for that, it's the same at in the VMware. MSFadmin for the username and MSFadmin for the password. Okay, the same thing. Right, so you can create your own username and password. But with a Metasploitable machine, the standard username and password is MSFadmin. The reason why we've got a general username and password, because this machine usually is used for as a targeted machine for penetration testing. Okay, so basically it's only used for testing, so there is no mean to create different users and password. So that's why we need there's only a general username and password for it. Meanwhile,
rest of the activity in the practical element, are you going to just give us a demonstration saying of those coding later on, or with the commands and results?
Let me just go back again to my first machine. So just hold a second. Hello guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right, let me share my screen again.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Right, this is the lab, the home lab, which is a practical part two practical, which is in how to download and install VirtualBox Kali and Metasploitable machines. So basically the same instructions over there. I've shown you that, so you can just go back, and of course also you can just write down on YouTube any of those videos about how to install any of those machines. You've got a lot of videos about it, very easy, how to download it, install it, how to work with them. It shows you exactly how you can work with that. Kali, VirtualBox. Right. So for the rest of the tasks, guys, I'm just gonna show you the rest of the task. Yeah, we've done task 1. We worked with the VM. Now for task 2, where is it? Yeah, for task 2, you need to read about what do you mean by a scope and the role of the engagement, right? You've got a small paragraph about that. You can read it. and answering those questions. But I recommend to go and read deeply about what do you mean by a scope. If you just write down scope and the roles of engagement, you just go to Google, right? You can just read about them more and deeply before answering the questions, give you some information. Those are tasks for you, okay? So you should work by yourself for task 2, and also about the social engineering and phishing attack. This is for you as well, and for task 3 as well, okay? So all of them should be done by you, so you should work by yourself now just to try to get some information about it. They are very easy, guys, anyway. Very easy. Now, for task 3, for example, it asks you to run some of the tools within Kali Linux. Okay, so such as NMAP. So you can use that in order from the application. Just write down, look for application tab. In the application tab, look for metasploitable application, and just follow the instruction. It's really easy. It's really easy. Okay, so basically you just go to Kali, that's what we mean. Sure. In the application over there, right, you've got all the applications. So for example, you need to look for, you can just of course write in the search, but also you can look and explore what kind of devices. And this is the software NMAP. If you click on that one, here we go, NMAP, that's the one, NMAP, the first software, which is used for port scanning, looking for any ports within the network. Okay, and also what else? What other softwares we've got? Metasploitable. You can look at that one as well. Okay, what's that? With the mouse. I've got a problem with the mouse, so I cannot access. But I think you can just look in the application for Metasploitable. So maybe the best thing is just to restart that one. Hold a second. Come on. Okay. Just gonna restart it. Kali Summer, yeah, that's the one. Okay, now in the application again, back. What we're looking for. Yeah, that's the one that we're looking for. Metasploitable. Okay, so this is the second one, right? And basically you need to write the following command. So it's very easy, yeah? Write the following command there, and it shows some of the information what we need to do. Okay, so these tasks for you, just follow them. I hope you can download and work with that very easily. Just gonna close that. If you've got any problem, you can just write your question in the chat box, or you can just talk to me directly or chat with me directly.
So basically, Tarek, doing those, using those functions from the host PC, we can actually check on the the other PC details like IP addresses and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can check IP. By using the port scanning, basically you get all the ports, the open ports within the networks. Also, you get the IP address of all of the machines within the network.
Right. So open ports will be the particular access gates of different elements of that particular PC, if I believe.
It's show you all the machines within the network.
Ah, I see.
Okay. We'll try to fix the permission issues with the videos while you are working with your tasks. So it's called session 1 at week 1, session 1. You're going to find something called session 1 video. If you click at that one, you're going to find 2 videos. The first one, I already asked for a permission for you. So basically it might take like 1 day or 2 days to get the permission for you. So it's not going to work so far. But video 2, which is the one that we recorded today, is available to you right now. So if you click at video 2, you should be able to watch today's lecture. Oh, no, that's... Sorry, just hold a second. All right, so I copied the wrong one. Just hold a second. That's the video for today. Just gonna copy the link. I copied the wrong one. Copy. Edit link. Just gonna change that. Update. Okay, so if you click on that one. All right, so this is our lecture for today. Okay, so it should be, yeah, this is our lecture for today. Okay, guys?
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Tara. Thank you.
Fix any issues you've got. If you've got any problem, just send me an email. I'll try to fix that. Meanwhile, you can create your own home lab at your own machines. Also, if you've got any problem, just go back. You can just first try YouTube. If you can't, just go back to me. Thank you very much. I will see you on Thursday evening. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.